What if I told you that a tiny machine on your wrist once saved the lives of 3 astronauts drifting helplessly in space? Or that the same name that appears on that dial, Omega, is the last letter of the Greek alphabet, chosen to mean nothing less than the ultimate achievement? This is not just a story about watches. This is a story about obsession, about precision, about a family who started in a small Swiss village and ended up on the surface of the moon. From the depths of the ocean, where the Seamaster rules the silent, dark waters, to the vast emptiness of space, where the Speedmaster became the first watch worn by a human on another world, and to the silver screen, where a certain British spy with a license to kill made Omega his companion of choice. For over 175 years, Omega has been more than a watchmaker. It has been a witness to history, a tool for explorers, a symbol of excellence for astronauts, Olympians, and icons. But how did it all begin? How did a young man named Louis Brandt, working in a modest workshop in 1848, plant the seeds of a brand that would one day define the very meaning of precision? And what is it about that Greek letter, Omega, that has made Omega the ultimate timekeeper for the most important moments in human history? This is the story of Omega, the story of innovation, courage, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. So sit back, let the hands of time turn back, and let's begin. The year is 1848. Europe is in turmoil. Revolutions are sweeping across the continent. But in a quiet Swiss village called La Chaux-de-Fonds, a 23-year-old man is about to start something that will outlive empires, wars, and generations. His name is Louis Brandt. He doesn't have a factory. He doesn't have investors. All he has is a small workshop in his family's home, a set of tools, and a burning passion for precision. His business model is simple yet brilliant. He travels from village to village, collecting watch parts from skilled artisans who specialize in making gears, springs, and dials. He brings them back to his workshop, assembles them with painstaking care, adjusts their accuracy, and sells them under his own name. The name? Louis Brandt. For 31 years, this is how the company operates: small, artisanal, humble. But everything changes in 1879. Louis Brandt passes away. His 2 sons, Louis Paul and César, inherit the business, and they have a vision far greater than their father ever did. In 1880, they make a decision that will alter the course of watchmaking history forever. They pack up the workshop and move the entire operation to the city of Biel, a decision that transforms them from simple watch assemblers into true industrial manufacturers. In 1882, they purchase an old spinning mill and convert it into their first real factory. For the first time, Omega is no longer a collection of scattered artisans. It is a single, unified production center. By 1889, just a few years later, the Brandt brothers are employing over 500 workers and producing 100,000 watches a year. The age of industrial watchmaking has truly begun, but their greatest breakthrough is yet to come. At its heart, every mechanical watch is a battle against friction. For over 250 years, watchmakers fought this battle using the same fundamental technology, a system called the lever escapement. It was brilliant for its time, but it had one fatal flaw. It relied on sliding friction. Metal parts rubbing against each other, wearing down, losing precision. And friction requires oil. And oil dries up, thickens, evaporates. This meant that even the finest watches would lose accuracy over time. They demanded frequent maintenance, regular cleaning, and constant care. It was a problem that had plagued watchmakers for centuries, until one man decided to change everything. His name was George Daniels. And in the 1970s, this brilliant independent watchmaker had an idea that would redefine watchmaking, an idea so revolutionary that it would take him decades to perfect it. He called it the coaxial escapement. The concept was simple, yet genius. Instead of sliding friction, Daniels designed a system that used 3 pallets to unlock and impulse the balance wheel. The friction was no longer sliding, it was radial, pulling in opposite directions. It was, in essence, frictionless. Less friction meant less wear. Less wear meant less need for oil. And less oil meant a watch that stayed accurate for far longer. Daniels took his invention to the biggest names in watchmaking: Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet. One by one, they rejected him. Too complicated, too expensive, too risky. But Omega saw something different. Omega saw the future. In 1999, Omega became the first brand in the world to mass-produce a watch with the coaxial escapement. It was a moment that sent shockwaves through the watch industry. For the first time in over 250 years, watchmaking had evolved at its very core. But Omega didn't stop there. In 2013, Omega tackled another ancient enemy of watchmaking: magnetism. Magnetic fields from smartphones, laptops, MRI machines could disrupt the delicate springs inside a mechanical watch, causing it to lose or gain minutes a day. Traditional watches could barely survive a magnetic field of a few dozen Gauss. Omega created a movement made almost entirely of non-magnetic materials: silicon springs, non-ferrous alloys. The result? A watch that could withstand magnetic fields of over 15,000 Gauss without losing a single second. It was the most anti-magnetic watch in history, but how to prove it to the world? Omega partnered with METAS, the Swiss Federal Institute of Metrology, to create a new standard of testing, a certification called Master Chronometer. No longer was it enough for a watch to be accurate on a wrist in perfect conditions. Now, a watch had to prove itself across 8 different tests over 10 days. It had to survive extreme temperatures, magnetic fields, water pressure, and still remain accurate to within 0 to plus 2 seconds per day. This was not just a watch. It was a guarantee. And then, in 2023, Omega unveiled its latest innovation: the Spirit system, a new type of balance spring that allows adjustments so precise, so tiny, that the watch can be regulated to an accuracy of 0 to plus 2 seconds per day, with an ease and stability that was previously unthinkable. Today, every new Omega with the Master Chronometer certification carries the weight of over 175 years of relentless innovation. Not content to be great, Omega has chosen to be unprecedented. In the world of Omega, there is not just one story, but many. Each collection is a universe unto itself, each one born from a different dream, a different mission, a different legend. Let us take you on a journey through the 5 pillars of Omega. The Speedmaster, the legend of the moon. This is the watch that went where no watch had gone before. The Speedmaster is not just a chronograph. It is a witness to humanity's greatest leap. In 1969, it became the first watch on the moon, earning its immortal nickname, the Moonwatch. But the Speedmaster is more than history. It is a tool for heroes, for astronauts, pilots, and adventurers who demand precision under the most extreme conditions. From the legendary Moonwatch Professional to the modern dark side of the moon, crafted from ceramic as black as space itself, each Speedmaster carries the spirit of exploration. It is the watch of those who look up at the stars and dream of touching them. If the Speedmaster rules the heavens, the Seamaster commands the depths. Born in 1948 as a professional diver's watch, it was designed to conquer the sea. It is rugged, reliable, and relentlessly precise. In 1995, the Seamaster found its most famous ambassador, James Bond. The British spy, a man of action and style, chose Omega, and the world took notice. The Seamaster family is vast. The Diver 300M, the iconic Bond watch, a tool for the deep. The Aquaterra, elegant enough for a boardroom, tough enough for a beach. The Planet Ocean, built for extreme depths of up to 600 meters. The Ultra Deep, a legend that descended over 10,000 meters into the abyss. Whether in the hands of Bond or the wrist of an ocean explorer, the Seamaster is a promise. The sea will never conquer you. Some watches are built for adventure. Some are built for the boardroom. And some are built for the stars. The constellation is Omega's tribute to elegance. Its name is drawn from the heavens, its design inspired by the beauty of the universe. With its iconic claws holding the bezel, its pipe hand dial, and its star at 6 o'clock, the constellation is unmistakable. It is a watch of grace, sophistication, and quiet confidence. From the classic constellation, available in 41, 39, and 36 millimeters, to the Globemaster and Observatory models that pay homage to the brand's legendary past. This is the watch for those who have reached the top and wish to celebrate it with understated elegance. It is not the loudest watch in the room. It is simply the most distinguished. For those who believe that true elegance whispers, there is the DeVille. The DeVille is Omega's most refined collection. It is the watch of poets, thinkers, and artists who appreciate the beauty of simplicity. With clean, minimalist designs and exceptional precision, the DeVille is not about adventure or performance. It is about presence, about making a statement without saying a word. The DeVille Prestige offers classic, understated luxury for every occasion. The DeVille Trésor is a masterpiece of thinness and grace, a watch that slips beneath a cuff and disappears until the perfect moment to be noticed. This is the watch of those who understand that less is more, and that true elegance never goes out of style. In 1957, Omega introduced a trilogy of tool watches: the Speedmaster, the Seamaster, and the Railmaster. While the Speedmaster conquered space and the Seamaster ruled the sea, the Railmaster was built for the railway. It was designed to resist magnetic fields, a common hazard for those who worked near powerful electrical engines. The Railmaster was quiet, reliable, and incredibly tough. It was a watch for workers, not warriors. In 2025, Omega brought the Railmaster back to life as a limited edition, a tribute to the original trilogy and a celebration of the brand's utilitarian roots. The Railmaster is for those who value function over fashion, history over hype. It is a reminder that Omega's soul has always been built on precision. No matter the environment, 5 collections, 5 stories, 1 legacy. But no matter which Omega you choose, you are not just wearing a watch. You are wearing a piece of history. You are wearing precision, adventure, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Welcome to Omega, time elevated. For over 175 years, Omega has measured time. But in recent decades, the brand has realized something important. It's not enough to measure time. We must also protect the world in which time exists. Omega's commitment to social and environmental responsibility is not a marketing campaign. It is a reflection of its core identity, a passion for exploration, for the ocean, and for humanity, and it begins where Omega's own history began, in the water. The seahorse has been the symbol of Omega's Seamaster collection since the 1950s. In 2025, Omega made that symbol a living reality. The brand announced a partnership with the Seamaster Seahorse Rescue Center in Italy, supported by the International Fund for Animal Welfare. This center rescues, rehabilitates, and releases endangered seahorses found in the Adriatic Sea. In 2024, the center successfully rescued 1,200 seahorses. With Omega's support, that number is expected to reach 2,000 annually. Each rescued seahorse receives treatment, is tagged, and is returned to protected marine environments, where they play a vital role in maintaining the balance and biodiversity of the ocean. But this is just one part of Omega's commitment to the planet. Since 2011, Omega has partnered with the Good Planet Foundation to restore and protect fragile coastal ecosystems in Indonesia and Madagascar. In Indonesia's Tanakik Island, over 70% of the mangrove forests have been destroyed, devastating marine biodiversity and threatening the livelihoods of 3,300 islanders who depend on the sea. Omega and Good Planet stepped in. Together, they are converting over 100 hectares of abandoned ponds back into thriving mangrove forests. In Sulawesi, they are creating community-managed marine protected areas and educating local children about the importance of their natural resources. And in Madagascar's Rano Bay, they are restoring seagrass ecosystems and protecting 660 hectares of wetlands. From a humble workshop in a Swiss village, to the surface of the moon, from the depths of the ocean, to the silver screen alongside the world's most famous spy. From the Olympic Games, to protecting the planet we call home. This has been the story of Omega, a story of vision, courage, and relentless innovation. A story that began with one man, Louis Brandt, and his dream of precision, and grew into a legacy that defines the very meaning of excellence. Today, Omega is more than just a luxury watch brand. It is a companion to explorers, a witness to history, and a symbol of what humans can achieve when they refuse to compromise. When you wear an Omega, you are not just wearing a timepiece. You are wearing a piece of history. You are wearing the moon, the ocean, the spirit of adventure. You are wearing the legacy of the Brant brothers, the brilliance of George Daniels, and the courage of every astronaut, athlete, and pioneer who trusted Omega with their most precious moments. Omega has been measuring time for 175 years, and it will continue to measure time for generations to come. Because in a world that moves faster every day, one thing remains constant: the pursuit of precision. And Omega will always be there, ticking perfectly, steadily, eternally, every second, every moment, every heartbeat. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more watch stories, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Comment below. What's your favorite Omega moment? Share this video with a fellow watch enthusiast. See you in the next story.